Hi guys, welcome back to Affables. I'm your host Nikhil. This is my co-host
Suhas
and today we have the man, the myth,
behind the
the
scenes.
legend, the man behind all the fuck-ups behind camera. He's come in front of the camera for the first time. Our own producer Syed.
Namaste. Hi.
Do you want to justify your fuck-ups?
No. It's all a part of learning, boy.
Yeah. So guys, because of Sainath's fuck-up last, as if you guys had joined our live on Instagram, if you haven't, link in description, follow Affables and join the lives every Saturday. Hopefully. Hopefully every Saturday we'll do it. If you all don't have to go for a party after the shoot. So Arna fucked up. So one audio didn't get recorded.
Not me,
so we are
my
re-recording.
phone.
There's no
Owner
point
you.
of him having an
Owner is you know.
S24
What's that?
Galaxy Note
Zero skill
Ultra,
set
ultra.
of using
Ultra. Oh, that also justifying Ultra.
So we are reshooting the same episode again. With the stories improved a bit more, but still. Yeah. This story is why the investigative podcast, the niche kind of we do right now,
Okay.
discussing crime stories,
Uh-huh.
that niche of podcasting started because of this story.
Oh,
This story is like the holy grail
Got it.
for
For
crime podcasting.
Got it.
The first ever crime podcast investigation type discussion thing
Okay.
in a podcast happened
So
because
this
of
is a
story.
very old story,
Yeah.
yeah? Okay.
From this story is where so many crime podcasts have come out now
Really interesting.
because of this. So guys, have you heard the name Adnan Syed?
no.
So
Syed.
Adnan Syed, he's an 18-year-old student born to Pakistani immigrant parents.
Okay.
So they used to live in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Okay. Now this story is set in 1998.
Okay.
Okay. So Adnan used to go to this school called Woodlawn High School. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a magnet school. Okay. So for magnet school, for people who don't know, it's like this school whose the kids in the school
Are highly intellect or something.
highly
like that.
intellect, highly athletic kind of
Okay,
kids.
okay.
Only those kind of kids are who are admitted in this school.
Like IIT, IIMs in
Yeah,
India.
similar to that.
Ah,
Only those kind of kids are admitted in the school. Okay.
okay.
So Adnan was a very smart, very athletic. He was into football team. He was into track athletic thing, and he was a very good-looking guy. Okay, 18-year-old guy.
Hmm.
And in the same school, there's another girl called Hey Menli.
Okay.
So Hey is from a Asian descent. Okay,
Okay.
she's been living in Maryland with her grandparents.
Mhm.
So now Hey is also a very smart kid, very athletic, good looking, and all this. Now both these coming from a South Asian household, like Adnan is from a Pakistani family, and this Hay is from Asian descent. So both their families were very strict. Okay,
Mm.
so it's like for Adnan's house, dating was a big no, partying was a big no. Same goes to Hay,
Yeah.
but dating wise they're a little more okay.
Hmm.
But in Adnan's family, dating was a strict no. Okay, they're like only steady and all this, pray, be on good kid like that. Okay, and for the longest time, these guys were also like ideal kids for their parents. Very like studious kids, very athletic, all the gold medalists and all stuff like that. Okay, but all these warnings has never stopped any kid
Yeah.
at any time. All these dating,
Yeah.
no dating rules and all. So these two were in common circles, common classrooms. They started liking each other, and eventually they started dating. Okay.
Okay.
Now these two are madly in love with each other. Okay. So the proof of this is that Hay used to write a diary, like a journaling she used to do. Okay. And this diary is actually publicly available right now. We can put a link in description.
So was that the personal diary of her?
Yeah, like how these girls do write diaries and all.
Okay.
They write all their secrets in the diary,
Mhm.
right? Like that it was. Okay. So in this diary, there were pages just filled with his name, just his name, nothing else.
Adnan.
Adnan. That madly she was in love with him. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in this diary other things were also written, right? So now these guys are dating for a good few months, and then the tone of the what she was writing started changing, okay, a little. So one of the things she had written, what I'm quoting right now, is something like it's going very good for us, but there are few people who are against this, like in brackets, that is his mother, uh, because of which I don't know what will happen to this, what will happen to the relationship in the future, or something like that she had written,
So
okay.
basically, parents got to know, only Adnan says that.
Adnan's mom got to know. Her parents were a little more okay with
These
this.
guys were from where? They were staying in Asia, and these guys were here in
No,
Maryland.
they both were staying. They were going to the same.
I know. Parents, where were the parents?
Adnan's parents are staying in the same county wherever he is.
Okay.
Her parents are in Asia, but she is living with her
So
grandparents.
this guy is living with the family then.
So in Baltimore itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now that, and then after a few pages, she had written like Miss Syed that told me that I am spoiling him. I am taking him away from his religion. And then she was like, yeah, actually I am, but I don't want to do this. I don't want to change him.
Just out of the box question that I want to know. What religion was me? I mean, hey,
Asian, so Christian, I think.
Christian.
The name says it Christian. But
Yeah,
we don't know.
probably. I don't know what they follow in Korea, Japan, and all.
Did like in your research anything came up?
No religion came up.
Hmm.
Okay, so all that was happening, and in this point, like, she was kind of losing her mind. Okay, she was like, she doesn't know what is happening around her. Like, so much she is lying at home for the sake of the relationship. So much is happening in the relationship part of it. So she has written something like, I don't know where I have been for the past 5 months. Like, she's so stressed with
Confused, huh?
everything and confused that she's not realized how the past 5 months have gone and all this stuff. Okay. So then eventually they decided to break up. Okay. But then a month later, they patched up again.
Okay.
Okay. So this breakup, patch up continued, normal in relationships. This continued, and then after like 2 or 3 breakups and patch-ups, they patched up again, and it went on till December 1998. And in December, they broke up again. Okay, this was like the final. Like, she had written in a diary, we have decided that we are gonna part ways and stuff like that. And her friends also later on told that this breakup felt a little different. Like, they were genuinely, this time it felt like they were genuinely trying to move on from each other and stuff like that. Okay, and around this time only, he used to work in a part-time job after school or whatever, in a company where she met another guy who she started liking. Okay, she started seeing another guy called Don. Okay, Don Clinton, something his name is. He'll keep it as Don. So now Don, then the journal entry started changing again, the diary entries. So wherever it was Adnan, started becoming Don now.
Okay.
So there are some entries what I'll quote is like, I know this is wrong. I love Adnan, but I can't stop thinking about Don. Like stuff like this. And
Teenage confusion.
Teenage confusion. Another thing is where another entry in the diary was like, I am closing my eyes to think about my baby, but I can only think of Dawn. Whenever I close my eyes to think about my baby being all over me, I only think of Dawn. Like Dawn, 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 Dawn. So these are all written in a diary. All these entries, and then Dawn and Hay start dating. Okay. Now Dawn is 22, Hay is 18. So it's kind of a little weird over there also, but okay, few years, fine. Okay. They started dating like end of December in something around that 1988, and then life was going good for everyone. Okay, after that point, like both were moving on, both were having their own separate lives. Everything was going good until 13th of January 1999. Okay, 13th of January 1999, the school gets over at 2:15 p.m. That is the last time everyone saw her.
Okay.
So after this point, nobody knows where she is gone. Okay. So how they found out also is that his brother Young gets a call from a daycare center telling him to come pick up his little cousin sister. Okay, then he gets shocked for a second. He's like, "What the fuck?" Because he was supposed to pick her up.
Okay.
Then he must be thinking like how irresponsible of her. She was supposed to go pick her up and all. But never in his mind it came that something would have happened to her. Okay.
Yeah.
So he just goes, picks the little sister up, goes back home. Now at home, the whole family is waiting for Hay to show up at any point. Sun sets, it's night, Hay is not come back. Her friends are trying to reach her out on the pager because pagers were a
Yeah.
big thing back then. No response is coming. Okay, so even they thought she's probably the pager has lost battery or probably she's forgotten it in her car or something. So they're also like okay, but then until night when she never came back, her family complained to the Biltmore police. They alerted the
Like
police.
basically her grandparents.
Her family, whatever,
Okay.
whoever else was there. Her family alerted the Biltmore police that this person is not come. Okay. Now Biltmore police starts calling all her friends, and to call her all her friends, they retrieve her diary from her house, the whatever journaling she was doing, that diary. Okay, because back then probably they used to write all the phone numbers in that diary only.
Just to get to know probably what was
Yeah.
her last.
No, they took the diaries initially for the phone number. Okay,
So diary was there at her house basically.
at her house.
Okay.
So they started calling all her friends from the numbers in the diary and everything. So everyone's statement was that the last time they saw her was at 2:15 p.m. after the school ended, and after that nobody has seen her. Okay. Now while after calling all her friends, as they're going through this diary, they see a page where Don's name is written and all whatever things about him and everything is written, and under his name there's a phone number written. Okay. So they assume that it is Don's phone number and they call. Okay. Adnan picks up this call. Okay, so it is Adnan's number. And when Adnan picked up the call, he was high. He had smoked up.
Mm-hmm.
He was high, okay. Unfortunate for him. So he picked up the call. The cops were like, when did you last see her? Even he was like, after school at 2:15. And after that, I didn't see her. And he also told that she was supposed to pick me up after the practice, after my practice, field practice. But it got a little bit late for me to get out of school. And when I came outside, she was not there. So I just assumed that she got tired of waiting for me and she left. So I also left from school, is what he told. Okay. And then when the cops asked him why your number is written under this Don person's name, then he was like, just a day before, I had got a new phone and I had got a new number with it. So I had given her the number and she had probably noted it down in one random page, and that's why it is there. Okay, this happens. Now, after this, the day she got lost was 13th of Jan. No, 2 days after this, the school was closed because of a snowstorm. Okay, so that was literal last day. After that, nobody's seen her at all. And 15th of Jan, one of her close friends' birthday was there. Okay, all these guys are there, all her friends are there, Adnan is there, and they were waiting for Hay to show up because of snowstorm. Nobody is in contact also, so they assume that something would have happened. They must have found her and she'll come to the party. They are waiting eagerly at the party for her to show up. Every person who is walking inside a house or whatever, wherever the party was, every person is, whenever a person is walking here, they just turn to see if it's Hay, and it's not Hay. The full party went by, but she didn't show up. Okay. Now Hay had helped for this party, helped organize this party for many months in the past. Okay, from 4-5 months they have been planning for this party, and she had been helping, and she was very excited to come for this party. Okay, so when she didn't show up, that's when all her friends also realized that something wrong has happened. Okay, so then now after 6 weeks, Hay was found.
After 6 weeks.
After 6 weeks, on 9th of February 1999, Hay was found. Okay, how was she found? Okay, and in what condition was she found? Okay, so there was a former flasher named Alonzo. Okay, now for people who don't know what is a flasher is someone whose fetish is to walk out naked in front of strangers, like show their come out naked in front of strangers. That is their fetish. That's why they come and flash people, their private parts. That's why they're called flashes.
So
Okay,
this is a legal thing or illegal?
it's not legal.
It's a crime.
He's been accused for this many times. This guy Orlando.
Okay.
Okay, it's a crime. He is former flasher. He stopped doing it after getting those
Got it.
cases. Okay, now this guy was a maintenance worker at one of the schools in this town. So he was driving down to go to his work. Okay,
Hmm.
and while he was driving down, he was what he told in his statement was he was drinking a can of Budweiser,
Okay.
and he had got a really urgent urge for peeing. Okay, and then he looked around and he realized that he's in a forested area. There are a lot of trees and all. So he's like, I can just park here, go inside the woods, and I can empty the thing and come back. Okay.
Hmm.
So he parks the car, and this forest is called Lincoln Forest. Okay, Lincoln Park. So he walks a few meters inside the forest, and he's about to pee. Okay. He sees down that he can see some strands of hair down. Okay, on the ground. So he's like, he thought it's like something weird. Okay. Then after looking around, he saw one foot
Okay.
popping out of the ground. Then he realized something, it's a body, something is gone. Okay. So he calls the cop. So this was his body. Okay.
So
And
did this Lincoln guy, what's his name?
Arlan,
Arlanzo, did he know that is hay or
he
he
didn't
just
know when
thought
the
it was
cops,
somebody?
he
Okay.
found a body now. He calls the cops.
Mhm.
The cops come. So there are photos also of the crime scene and everything. There are
Okay.
photos of cops holding her hand. Her like fucking skin is normally pink, right? Her hand has become completely white, like
Oh,
no
pale.
kind of pale
Pale,
white. Okay. Now postmortem was done. Hayes family was called to identify the body. They identified the body. A postmortem was done, and they found out that it was a homicide. Okay. In the reports, it shows that she was strangled to death. Okay.
Okay, base.
So they checked for semen samples. There were no semen samples, so it was not a rape. Also,
Mm.
they checked for any drugs. If there were any drugs in the body,
Mhm.
there were no drugs. So it was a pure homicide. She was strangled to death. Okay.
Choked.
Choked.
Okay.
Okay. And her death timing was told as 2:36 p.m.
Hmm.
The day she was missing,
The day she was missing.
2:15.
So 2:15 was the last time they saw her.
Okay.
2:36 p.m. She's dead.
That's around 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So how far is
21 minutes.
from the college, from the school to the place of where her body was found? How
It was in and around that.
close by itself?
Uh-huh.
Within 21 minutes.
Yeah. So now the case has gone from where is Hay to who killed Hay.
Hmm.
Okay. So now the investigation has started. Now there are three main suspects for this investigation. Okay. One is Alonzo, the guy who found her, former flasher.
Yeah,
And-
because like all of a sudden he
Yeah.
goes to pee and he just finds
Randomly
her right
walks
there.
into woods and he finds the body. Is very
And that's where he's going to pee and he just sees the strands of hair and then
Huh.
foot and all the kind
So,
of.
that is very shady, like.
Yeah.
So because of that, and because he had previous cases of
Mhm.
flashing and all that, because of that, one of the things was him, Orlando, one of the suspects. Second suspect was Dawn, her current boyfriend. But then when they called Dawn, eventually when they called Dawn, they were calling after Adnan is when they tried calling Dawn also, okay. But he didn't answer until 1 a.m. in the night.
Mhm.
Okay, at 1 a.m. only he answered the call, okay.
Okay.
And then also when he was asked, where were you this whole day and everything, he was like, I was at work the whole day, I came back home at 7 p.m. and after that I've been at home. So there was a little question about if you come back home at 7, why didn't you answer a call till 1?
Mhm.
Why that one little question was there, confusion was there. But then okay, but he also had a very strong alibi to tell that he who agreed to that he was at work the whole day
At that point of time, where
at
she was
that point of
missing
time
and
when the alleged murder had happened. He was at work. He was a alibi to confirm that. Okay.
Okay.
So then he was also kind of ruled out. Okay. Now third suspect is Adnan. Okay. Now until this point, cops didn't have much of a doubt on Adnan. Okay.
Mm.
He had a bit of a clean chit. Okay. So when they're looking into Adnan, the cops get 2 phone calls. Okay. One was from an anonymous lady. She just called the police and she was like, look into Adnan with a little more detail.
Some random person.
Some random lady. Nobody knows who this lady is.
So they didn't. Okay, fine.
No, they didn't know who this lady is.
Okay.
Some random anonymous lady is called. They're like, look into Adnan a little more in detail. Something shady over there. Okay. This is the one. This one call, and the second call was made by this guy called Jay Wilds. He is one of Adnan's friends.
What's his name?
Not Jay Wilds. J.Y.
Wilds.
Wilds. Okay. He's one of Adnan's friends. Not that close friends, but Adnan and him used to smoke up together.
Okay.
And he was also a dealer. He
Okay.
used to deal in all this weed and all this
Okay.
stuff. Okay. So he calls the cops and he's like, Adnan killed him. I helped him bury the body.
He only called the cops.
He only called the cops. I don't know for what. And he's 16.
He's 16.
Ah.
And he's a dealer.
Ha.
Yes.
And he's only
Nice
called the
person.
cops. I don't know which sane person in sane mind would call
Maybe
the cops.
to
Okay.
get the people have this right before the investigation or when the investigation.
Yeah,
starts,
probably he.
for the immunity.
Yeah, he feared
yeah,
of,
he feared
saying
of
that,
going inside.
Okay, now the cops are searching. Probably we'll get caught. Let
Yeah,
me.
the
So
body
instead
has
of-
been found.
Yeah, instead of them finding it and coming back to me and putting me in jail or juvenile, I'll come up and tell what has happened so that they give me immunity and
They reduce the sentence, or
or give them
gets
full
a little
immunity.
more, positive. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. So, because of this statement, what he gave to the cops,
Mhm.
now all the eyes are on Adnan. Okay, that he has done something. He's gotten into the custody.
Mm.
They're interrogating Adnan. Okay, now on 9th of Feb,
Okay.
same day. Okay, now this interrogation is going on. Now here, Adnan doesn't remember this 21 minutes. Okay, what he told after school, the 21 minutes from the time the school ended till his death.
So this was questioned when after the body was
After the
found.
body was found.
Okay, after so long we're asking what happened at that point of
So
period.
after, see, imagine after 6 weeks, if I ask you what you did 6 weeks back, who,
2 days back, what
Ha.
happened? Only we'll not remember.
yeah. So if I ask you specific 20 minutes what you did after
Difficult to recall.
6 weeks before, obviously nobody will remember. Okay, but then also the question comes that you knew that you had got a call from the cops that very day or the next day.
Mhm.
So then you'll obviously refresh your memory. So you might have remembered something.
Okay.
That could have also been a possibility. But according to him, that 21 minutes, he doesn't remember where he was. Okay, he remembers everything after everything
The
before.
cops called him on the same day, right? He was
The day
high.
the body, the same day. He was high.
He was high that day.
But he remembers everything else.
Okay.
Just that 21 minutes, he doesn't know where he was.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is happening. This interrogation is happening. Now, in this J. Wilds guy,
Mhm.
in Adnan's trial, the statement he gives is, Adnan calls me at 10:45 in the morning,
Okay.
tells me to come home.
This is the day she went missing.
The day she went missing.
Okay.
Adnan calls me at 10:45 in the morning. He comes, picks me up. Then we go to a mall
Okay.
in this Biltmore area, a mall. In the mall, we eat McDonald's or whatever. And there he tells me that he's planning to kill her because she's cheating on him and whatever thing. And then he
Adnan knew about Dawn.
He kind of knew about them.
Okay.
I'll come to that part a little later on, okay? And then apparently he dropped Adnan to school at 12:15.
Who they?
Jay.
Okay.
Jay and Adnan came to school at 12:15.
Okay.
And Jay takes Adnan's car and he leaves. Okay. And now Adnan is at school. At 2:40, Adnan calls Jay at an isolated area. Is what Jay tells. When he comes to this isolated area, Adnan apparently pulls up in his car. He opens the boot and shows him his body. Okay. Then they go to a supermarket parking lot, park his car over there, and then he takes Adnan home. They smoke up or whatever and everything.
So the body is still there.
Body
in the
still there in the
car.
parking lot, in the car, inside the car. Okay.
He's
And
not
then
told him how he's killed her or anything.
nothing.
He just showed,
Huh.
I've done it, and
Huh.
he's just left the place.
Okay, yeah. This has happened. They've left the car over there. They've gone wherever to smoke up home or everything. At night 7, Adnan has come again to pick up Jay. Jay's got shovels and all that things from his house.
Hmm.
They've gone back to the parking lot. They've picked up his car.
Hmm.
They've gone to Lincoln Park. He's helped him dig and everything. They've buried the body. And they've come back and he's dropped him home. This is Jay's confession, okay? Jay's statement.
Hmm.
Now, on basis of this statement, Adnan is arrested.
Okay, so just one question, like in the parking lot area or anywhere these guys are moving around, so don't they have like CCTV footage and stuff?
This was 1999, no? Not many CCTVs were
Not
available.
many, yeah.
Only aunties were there.
Yeah. So this happens now. Adnan's family hires a lawyer to fight his case. Okay. This lawyer's name was Christina.
Okay.
So later on, it comes to everyone's mind that she's not a very competent lawyer. She's not very good at her job because of how she handled Adnan's case. Okay. So because a lot of things she missed and all this, I'll tell you what all happened, what all she missed now. Okay. Let's get into a little more detail of this. Okay. Now, why did they believe Jay's story? And because of one statement, how can they arrest them without any proof? Okay.
And wait, yeah, Jay is a resident or like he's from the, where is it, Maryland or what is it?
Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Is he from Maryland?
Yeah. Everyone lives, born and brought up over there.
Okay.
Okay. So now why they gave so much importance to Jay's statement is because one of their common friends called Jan came up during the trial and she told that I did see Adnan with Jay in Lincoln Park at 8 in the night because Jay had called me to pick him up from there, and then I picked him up and dropped him to his girlfriend's house.
But first thing that Jay told that Adnan dropped him home, right?
Yeah.
And now Jan is telling that she picked up Jay. That means she also saw them burying, or
no, she just picked him up from this isolated area, and she saw Adnan over there,
That's
and
a story
they both
change,
went
you know?
different way. Yeah. So,
But does she know that in that moment she knew that?
No.
this happened? She
No.
just randomly went to pick him up in a casual way.
because he called her to pick him up.
okay.
Yeah, from that place. So she went to pick him up,
Hmm.
and she picked him up, dropped him to his girlfriend's house. Is her confession, and she told that I saw Adnan with him at this place. Okay, because of this confession is what they arrested Adnan. Okay, now here Jay's story has been changing a lot. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what he told. What I told you is what he told in his statement. Okay. But in a 2014 interview, he was like, this Adnan showed him his body at his grandma's house at 7 in the night. Jay's grandma's house. And then at another point of time, he's told he's seen the body at midnight.
Okay.
So in one story, he's told that in the parking lot of that supermarket is where he showed the body.
And the cops are believing all this because he's giving info.
Yeah. I don't know why they believe this story when there are so many changes in the story, first of all. Okay. So that is happening. He's changed his stories a lot. Once he's told he have seen the body in the supermarket parking lot. I don't know how in broad daylight these two boys have seen this body in a trunk and nobody's questioned anything. And the other thing is that in that isolated area where Adnan called him to meet, that's where he saw the body. And then he's like, he came near my grandma's house at 7 in the night, and that's when I saw the body. And then that 7 changed to 12 in the night.
So also, did they find like where was her car? Because
No.
you told like Adnan showed Jay in like in her
car, right? So what happens is then when Jay calls the cops and tells that I helped him bury and then all that, then that question also comes that so obviously you'll know where her car is. Okay. So Jay was like, yeah, I know where the car is. It's in this parking lot in this like in this town, in these towns in the US. There are these parking lots little outside the towns where people can, like, tourists can park their car
But
and they can like commute in the city with buses and metro, public transport or whatever. Okay. So he told that it's in one of these parking lots is where they have parked the car. Okay. And he took the cops there. He showed them the car. They found the car over there.
okay.
They checked around the car and everything. They're like, okay, okay. But later on, an investigator, when he was investigating all this car scene and everything, so the opposite, right opposite to the parking lot, there's this residential area. Okay. So this investigator goes to one of these houses. There's a lady, old lady staying over there. She's been staying from a very long time. Okay, from like 83s or something like that.
Okay.
From very long time she's been staying there. So he goes to him and he asks that car parked over there. Have you? It's apparently been parked here from 6 weeks. Do you have any idea about the car and everything? She's like, no chance it could be parked over there from 6 weeks. If it's parked for that long, we would only investigate a bit and we would only call the 311, which is their
Impound.
impound or whatever, and we'll get it impounded.
But this was in a parking lot, right?
So they're in a parking lot, but still, if it's parked for a long time, because it's a residential area, it's not safe like public wise. So they would only normally call and get the vehicle towed, or they check with the parking lot people why is it parked for so long. If they were aware about it, they wouldn't do anything. Okay. So she was like, no chance it is parked here from 6 weeks. If it was parked from 6 weeks, we would have only got it impounded by now, calling 311 or whatever. Okay. So then, if you see the photos also which they took of the car when they were doing the investigation and everything, the grass under the car was way greener than it is supposed to be for some car which is parked for 6 weeks. Okay. A car which was parked right next to it in the photo, that car's grass down was also brown. So this car couldn't be parked for more than a few days. Okay.
So but what was the time, like how long? Because you told like 6 weeks, it is not possible for the car to be there, itself, right? So just want to understand,
There's
like, if you
guess of how much was the timeline, but it was anytime sooner, because if it was for more than a week or two, also the grass down would have become brown.
Okay, so no, I'm asking like how long can that impound, like, when before the residents call and impound someone to come and take the car, what is timeline that a person can park their vehicle there? Is there any
See,
timeline?
it's a parking space, okay? It's a reserved parking space. So these residents, if they get any doubt that this car is being parked for a long time, I keep seeing this car parked for many days, they just go check with this parking people, whatever.
Okay.
And if they tell that, yeah, this has been booked for these many days, they'll be fine with it.
Okay.
If they find out that no, we don't have any idea about that, then they only get it impounded.
Okay. Got it.
It's like that. So there's no proper timeline as to when that happens. Okay.
Got it.
So they found the car, and when they did all the testing and everything, fingerprints and all this stuff, forensics or whatever, they obviously did find Adnan's fingerprints, but they didn't care about it because they were previously dating.
It was in the car.
Inside the
all
car.
over the car.
Not all over the car. Inside the car. Okay. But they didn't care about it much because obviously they were dating previously.
Did they find the J guy's fingerprints too?
No. I mean, if they would have found also, they would be like, still be like.
Yeah, but because this guy's been cooking up multiple stories, just wanted to know if the
No, I think even if they found Jay's story, Jay would have told that as he bought the body, we had to take it. Take it
I know, but just as a forensic, have they done it or no?
They would have done it probably. But then he's already confessed that I helped him bury. So probably they've gone in that car. That's why fingerprints are there. They checked the boot also. Apart from Adnan's fingerprint, there is no other sign or proof of anything connecting to Adnan in that car. Okay, there's one tiny thing. What was there was that Jay had told in one of these things that one of his other stories was that Adnan comes to his house in the morning. They both go to the mall. Then he tells that he's gonna kill her. Then he goes, drops him to the school, and then if he Adnan and Hay go to the Best Buy's parking lot after
Hmm.
school, and this is where Adnan strangles her. And after that, Adnan apparently uses the payphone outside the Best Buy to call Jay, and Jay comes to pick him up near the payphone in this
This is
Best Buy.
Jay's
This
story.
is another Jay story.
Okay.
Okay, and that time apparently Adnan was wearing a red glove. Okay, and he picked him up from there. He took him or whatever. Then the same story continues.
Okay.
Okay,
So basically,
so they found a strand of
no.
red thread.
So basically, just one doubt. You told he was wearing a red glove. Jay
Uh-huh.
told that. So Jay know it because he came and picked up Adnan. That's
Huh.
when he saw that
Huh.
Jay is wearing a red
Yeah.
glove. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Jay is cooking up so much. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
actually.
cooking up too much. Okay. Now, this apart from all, they didn't find anything else of Adnan's. The only plausible thing they found was one red thread inside the boot of the car.
Was that the gloves thread?
They didn't do
Okay,
anything
just some
about
random
it.
thread they
Random
found out.
thread. That is the only small thing which could be hinted. Okay.
Hmm.
Apart from that, nothing such has been
So
found.
basically, they have a lot of loose ends in this case.
Yeah. So we don't know who has done what, who is playing around, if Jay is playing around, if the cops are playing around, and all that.
Uh-huh.
Anything could have happened. Okay.
Right.
Don't know anything. Now,
So does Jay have good contact
nothing
that
as
he
such.
wants to get escape, like he wants to be escaped out of all this drama?
See, the one point that can be is police trying to frame Adnan.
Hmm.
But then, if police is trying to frame Adnan, why they would have just directly told, they could have just directly told Jay and Jan that this is the story, just stick with the story. The story wouldn't have changed that much if the police had framed him. Okay, and then then Adnan was also like, after this parking lot thing, the last story what I told you, he was like, then we parted ways. I then after a point of driving, I remember that the shovel and everything I forgot in the parking lot. So me and Jan went back. I picked up those shovels. I cleaned them. I put them in the car, and then we went back home. And then next day, Jan came again, and we went to a dumpster. That's where I put out all my dirty clothes and everything. Is what Jay tells. Okay, and then Jan was like, I don't remember seeing all this. That he's picked up, cleaned the shovel in front of my car and everything. I remember taking him to the dumpster. I don't remember him throwing all these clothes and everything. He did something near the dumpster for a few minutes and he came back. Is what Jan told. Okay. So Jan's statement is that, yeah, I picked him up from the forest. Yeah, Adnan was there. But I don't remember seeing any shovels. I don't remember him throwing any clothes. Yeah, I did drop him to his girlfriend's house.
Okay.
Very twisted.
Okay. Now, in this, Adnan's confession is that yes, I met Jay that day on 13th of Jan, but I didn't meet him because of this intent of murder. I met him because it was his girlfriend Stephanie's birthday, who was a close friend of Adnan. Adnan and Jay met because of Stephanie. Okay.
Okay.
They became kind of friends because of Stephanie. So Adnan met Jay that day on 13th at 10:45 because it was Stephanie's birthday and Adnan had got her like a teddy bear or some gift also. And he had asked Jay if you got her something and he had told no, I didn't. So he told, okay, fine, I'll help you with the gift. And that's why he went, picked him up from his house. And that's why they went to the mall so that he can suggest him a gift. And that's why Jay came back with him to school. And then he gave his car to Jay because he didn't have any vehicle or something. And according to him, he forgot his phone in his car. And Jay is again come back after school to pick him up. They have gone to smoke up. And Jay has dropped him to his practice or whatever after that, around 3-4 o'clock. And that time also that phone is forgotten in the car. And that's how, when they see those police records, those phone numbers and everything, that's why the location was at the park. And then he's come to pick me up after the soccer practice, after the field practice or whatever. And then we have gone, smoked up. And after that, we have parted our ways. Jan is come and everything. But there is no murder discussion which has happened, is what Adnan
Not
tells.
else. Okay.
So now, obviously, I told you they got a lawyer. For Adnan's parents got a lawyer, but she was so incompetent that she couldn't fight against the allegations which were put on Adnan very properly.
She could have just told that the stories are totally different from every time.
That also she didn't do. Okay, she was not fighting any.
I thought she said no, like only this case she was like this, or she was with
So
multiple
later
cases.
on, they found out that there were about 20 more cases in which she has taken money from these clients, upwards of $200,000, and nothing good has come out of that. Like she's not helped in any
She's
other way.
lost
She's
all
just
the cases
she's
and stuff.
lost all the cases or not helped at all or something like that.
Oh, not what his
So she was
parents
a
told her.
very incompetent lawyer. So after the case, Adnan's case closed, and after he was sentenced, they fired her. His parents fired her.
Finally, the case was pushed on to Adnan.
Yeah. So because of these statements of Jay and Jan's statement, they ruled against Adnan for life imprisonment for first degree murder plus 30 years.
Oh.
Only because of these two confessions, no other proofs or anything.
Nothing.
So life imprisonment is about 25 years, no? 20 years, 25
Life
years.
imprisonment is
No,
the
but
whole life.
with bail they have this thing.
Parole and all, but there was no parole here. They just told life imprisonment plus 30 years.
Okay.
So I don't know how much actually life imprisonment is, what 100 years or whatever. Okay. This is the sentence Adnan gets. Okay. Now
verdict.
Why verdict? This is the verdict Adnan gets. Okay. Now also why I tell that this lawyer was so incompetent is because when the opposition showed the phone records as a proof of his location, telling he was here and this and all, and then a little miss here was that there was a phone call at exactly 2:36 p.m.
The time of her death.
From Adnan's friend. Her name was Nisha. Okay, and in the trial, Nisha also told that at this time I did speak to Adnan and Jay because they both were together. So that is one other nail in the coffin that they were together at this time.
Oh. Okay.
And Jay also told that I picked him. He called me at this time and I picked him up from Best Buy's parking lot.
Oh. Okay. So she told that she spoke to Adnan and also Jay was there.
Yeah.
At
she spoke to Jay also.
2:36.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So there are lots of
theories and
lot of theories, lots of things happening. The story, guys, what I am telling is also out of memory, what I know, but there's a lot to the story.
So basically, also, so till now, Adnan doesn't know that 21 minutes that from 2:15 till
until this point, till date today in his life, he doesn't remember that 21 minutes.
Like basically till now, he doesn't know what he did in that 21 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll tell you why this lawyer is incompetent also. So when the opposition pulled in the phone records, so to show the proof of his location and everything, so she could have fought back because on the phone records, on top they had written disclaimer was written saying do not consider incoming calls for location proof, only consider outgoing calls. Okay. So at the time frame where they were showing his location in Lincoln Park, there were 2 calls which came into Adnan and both were incoming calls.
So this is at the night, not in this 21.
Not the Nisha's call.
Exactly.
After Nisha's call.
Okay, got it.
Okay. There's a call around 7ish.
Just one more question that I have. So when Adnan told that 2:15 he met he went to the practice.
He later went with Jay.
Yeah, but his first thing he didn't tell that he went with Jay. No, he told that he is going for practice and he was supposed to come and pick him up. But later he went with Jay. Okay.
Because he's not going to tell cops that I went to smoke up with someone. No. So he's just told that after school I met her and then I went for my practice.
What are you doing? When he's talking, if you tell hello, that will come like that only.
Yeah. Okay. that was one thing, that location thing. She could have proved it wrong. She didn't. And then there was one more when I told you that Adnan doesn't remember this 21 minutes, but he did have an alibi. Okay, kind of. Adnan did have an alibi for this 21 minutes, which was one of his classmates' friends called Asia. So this lady apparently remembered meeting Adnan that very same day on 13th of Jan after school in front of the library and talking to Adnan. And she remembers what they spoke also. They were discussing about the breakup. Like she was asking, did you and he break up? And he was like, yeah, we did break up, and she's been dating some guy. But I'm fine with it. I just want to see her
this
happy.
Asia girl came out, gave this. What do you say?
So this Asia girl came out, but by this time
he was convicted.
Okay, he was kind of convicted of his crime, and he was
Okay,
sentenced.
she's got to know that he's got convicted, and then she's come out to.
Then she remembers
but
meeting
don't you
him.
feel that is also like, because whole school will be knowing when that, like,
I mean, there's still an
happening.
investigation
And
was
she
going
came after the verdict and all is been, after he's been sentenced. Then she's coming out and telling that doesn't make sense. I mean,
No, out of a flash, she just remembered that, yeah, I do remember meeting him that day.
okay.
Probably
Because
see,
I
till then
remember-
it was lot of suspects. No, then they pushed it out. It is Adnan.
Because
So
she's
probably
not
that is
even
when
like
she
a very
came.
close friend of him. It
Okay.
was just an acquaintance, like a normal classmate friend kind of situation. Okay. She just remembered out of the blue that, yeah, I met him that day, and then next 2 days the school was closed because of snowstorm. That's why she remembered that
Okay.
time specifically. Okay. So she did go to Adnan's family. This was right around the time when he was convicted for his crime. She did go and meet few of his family members there. Many people were in the house. She did tell them that this had happened, and I had spoken to him around this time. And she did tell that there's a CCTV outside the library, which would have obviously recorded us talking and everything. But then they also didn't give much of an importance, because the conversation she told, they were like, well, this is like a 10-15 minute conversation. It's not going to help a lot and everything. So after that, she did write 2 letters to Adnan when he was in prison, saying that, hi Adnan, this is Asia. I don't know if you remember but I do remember you from school and all that. And she tells how they both met and what they spoke about and everything. She writes 2 letters, and then Adnan gets these letters. Okay. And then at his next lawyer's visit to this Christina, the lawyer, he shows her the letters and is like, meet this lady, find out the CCTV footage, whatever it is, and see if something comes out of it. And how I told you, she was incompetent. She probably never looked into it. The next meeting, when Adnan asked her, did you meet Aisha? Did you talk to her? Did she say anything? Did you see the CCTV footage? She was like, yeah, I looked into it, but nothing came out of it.
But actually, she didn't look into it.
I believe she didn't.
Because if she has seen something, if there was CCTV, if she should have seen, then his alibi would have been.
So the
right?
slasher was out of the
Flasher was
totally
out.
like
Dawn was out.
Dawn was out.
Only Adnan was the main suspect.
I don't know how they didn't suspect Jay. Like that. Like,
See, one thing is, I feel because he called the cops and he told, yeah, I was a part of
you know
this.
what I feel. One more. Remember the first call, that lady who called? I think that is Jan.
Probably.
Because Jan and Jay are very good friends.
After listening to this, I think there are going to be multiple theories for this story. Everyone has their own perspective. I don't know.
So after these stories what Jay gave, he also told that 2 days later, Christine's party, me, Adnan and Stephanie, his girlfriend, went together to the party and left together out of the party. And then Adnan first dropped Jay, and then he dropped Stephanie later on the way. And which sane person in sane mind, after knowing that this person has killed his girlfriend 2 days back, would leave his girlfriend with him alone?
Yeah, exactly. So that's it. So what I feel is that, like, I don't know whether he felt it very insecure that Adnan is very close to Stephanie because they were pretty good friends, right? and that gift thing also where like Adnan had got something and Jay didn't. Maybe he thought that they're getting too close and he was feeling selfish as a. I mean, he was
But
feeling very
see, if that was the thing,
insecure because he's her boyfriend, and plus this Jan also was very close with Jay because I think she's the one who called the cops first.
yeah, but see, if
right?
that was the thing, why would, like, your concept, what you're saying is Jay would have done something to K.
Yeah.
But if that was the thing, he should have done something to Adnan. Why would he go and do it to his girlfriend?
Because
That
Adnan,
too, they're currently not dating. Jay is already dating Dawn. She's left Adnan. So why would he go and hurt her?
Because Adnan was very close to Jay's girlfriend, Stephanie.
Yeah,
He wanted a
Revenge,
kind of a
okay.
revenge.
You're saying,
but
exactly, because
revenge sake also then because they've already broken up, so that doesn't make sense.
Maybe he wanted Adnan. If you look at, killing is much more
Probably that
easier
he knew-
than making him suffer. Right. So maybe
and they're putting all the blame on him,
Blame on
and
him
then
so
they're
that he
ruining
suffers.
his thing.
yeah.
And there was in one of the other stories.
Or maybe it was by mistake that he got killed by Jay in something they might be talking.
Strangled. How is that by mistake?
Strangled. How
If you
is
look
that?
at, see, if one concept, because I see a lot of this. This
Wait,
thing,
she was
right?
strangled
She
and
was strangled.
there was no struggle.
Exactly. That means it is someone whom she knew.
Strangle is strangle. End of the
There
day.
was no
Strangled,
marks
there was
on
no
her body.
marks.
Okay, in that way,
That's
okay,
why.
okay.
Fighting
That's
back or
exactly.
something
So
like that.
you won't fight or something when it's like if
So
you
in
know
that sense, it can be Dawn also because he was obviously older than her,
but
probably stronger.
But
than
he
her.
had that
But
alibi that
yeah.
he was
So-
not available.
So
Exactly.
this is away from the case, okay, which I read recently in
Okay.
one of the comment sections,
Uh-huh.
which told, I don't know if it's true or no also, they told that Don's alibi was apparently his own mother. And another comment I read is which told that John unalived himself in 2012.
Don.
Don unalived himself in 2012.
Oh.
Sorry.
This is way apart from the story,
Okay.
but this is one comment which I saw.
Dawn is not
Yeah, but how did, like, cops, like, imagine you have killed Suhas, and then cops are doing investigation. I come in, I tell, no, at that particular moment he was hanging out with me at this particular place. We were chilling, and this is my proof. This is a 1998, no CCTV footage, nothing, and cops randomly believe.
So, like, what are, not being racist or being in that way, but was Jay because dealer? I mean, this. So now at that point of time, like, what was his race, by the way? Like,
Jay was black.
and he was an American,
Yeah.
right? So what if like the police, the reason that they didn't see into it much, or even the lawyers didn't, because this is pretty old,
But
right?
in this case,
And
But
what if
it is
it's one of those weird cases where that racism bias could have come on any one of the three. No?
But
It
back
could have
then,
come
if you
against
see,
A also, it could have come against Adnan also, it could have come against Jay also.
yeah, because all are
Pakistan,
from different race. And one more thing, if you observe, in the 1998,
like Pakistani, bro. I
if-
mean, I'm thinking out a very straightforward
Yeah,
answer,
yeah.
right?
Still, but
Right,
See, if
Adnan
you-
was
the point you
this
raised,
was
1999 to 2000.
but this was a little before 9/11 also.
wait, listen, what you're saying is also correct. What point? But then if you see, back then in 1998, it was the easier accused was a black.
Huh.
It was
Then
very
Adnan.
easy, bro. They would have closed the case just saying that Jay has
All
done it.
that religion bias against the Islamic communities came after
After-
9/11. No,
Yeah.
Okay.
that happened in 2001. So that
Before
couldn't
that,
have
there
been
was
the
no
case.
big terror attack or no this thing,
Yeah.
conclusion saying that, a
So
Pakistani
it would be
or
more
something
easier
like that.
for them to be racial against Jay
Jay.
if they are being racist.
That to see, he smoked up and he's only called and he told,
he's a
I am
dealer,
part of
underage
this.
dealer.
See, one more thing is he's underage. That's why he's not convicted probably, but I think if he's not convicted also, he is supposed to be
Juvenile.
juvenile.
But
or
did the
something.
police know that he was also a dealer and he was also like
See,
They had
obviously.
confessed to smoking up and all that later on in the trial.
But
so
see, once
obviously-
you start investigating, if a cop starts investigating, definitely he'll do a background check. Through some contacts, they'll get to know, okay, this kid is up to these kind of stuff. And
Or
That'll
maybe
point
at that
out.
point of time, this news got a lot of attractions or eyes on it. So the police wanted to figure out something
Yeah,
really
just to
soon,
shut it down.
shut it down, and that's why they skipped most of the processes that they have to do, and they didn't do it. Basically, see the background of Jay, what he was doing, what does
See,
he do?
that's what most of the investigation, how deep it was supposed to go, the investigation that didn't go that deep from the
There are a lot of
police's
loose
end.
ends were there.
Lot of loose ends were there. The this lady, the lawyer, Adnan's lawyer, she also missed out a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then Jay's story also fluctuated so much.
Here,
At
see,
some
we are not
point, he
saying
had
that.
also told that Adnan had told him a week before, while smoking up in a conversation, after smoking up, that bro, she's been cheating on me. I'm gonna kill this lady. She's been cheating on me with some white dude and all that.
So Don was right.
Don was a white. Okay. All this apparently he told him in conversation 1 week ago. So these all stories of Jay has been changing a lot. Okay. And then
But here we are not trying to prove a point that Adnan was also a good thing. Probably
Yeah.
he's also done it, but it's a confusion that see, without just with two people's proofs of two people telling random stories and not having any other proof, a guy randomly goes into jail and it's for life.
And
Is he come
also,
out?
I think Don might also be like now when I think about it, I have suspect on Jay first. Next is Don because Don being her boyfriend, why was she in touch with Adnan, her ex?
Yeah, dropping him to school, becoming
exactly right.
School.
So and plus with the strangle, what I was telling, it is a known person who must have done it because there's no sign of struggle. So Don must have tried to comfort her. I mean, confront her, and by mistake she could have
She
died,
overreacted or something.
overreacted, or she. I mean, basically, she passed out or something, and didn't know what to do. So he went and like.
but then in that sense, how did Jay know where the car is?
Yeah.
Body is, if Don is involved.
Like the parking lot stuff.
Jay and
all.
Don didn't have any connection. No?
See, probably there's a huge possibility when Jay and Adnan were together, this triangle happened because if you think logically, okay, he's sitting in the front, it's her car, these guys are around. Probably one guy is talking, and then all of a sudden, that's when you won't get any marks. Like you just choke and you kill. That's where you die.
No, but
there's no struggle.
in sign of struggle,
Yeah.
she must have caught and did something in her nail.
Yeah,
Something would have happened.
there's some, probably the guy in the both of them were included in this. If you go like that, my perspective will be
A lot
different,
of
your
things can
perspective
come
will be
out.
different. So probably it was a two-man's job, or probably it was a sole person's job.
So, see, later on in 2014, okay, there was this podcast called Series,
okay.
which was hosted by this lady called Sarah, okay. She was doing this investigation podcast kind of thing on this whole story.
Okay.
And that time, she met Adnan also. And then she was like, I can prove you that all this can happen, whatever happened.
So she did her own private
She did
investigation.
her own private investigation kind of thing, and she was telling Adnan that I can prove you that all this can happen in 21 minutes, from school ending
But,
to her getting killed.
Okay.
So to prove him, she goes to Woodlawn School. She waits for the last bell to ring. She waits for the
This
kids
is
to
when?
come out.
2014. 1998, 1999 and 14.
Okay. She waits for the kids to come out. It takes her a few minutes to get to her car in the parking lot.
Okay,
And
she's fully route mapped it and
full
she's
route map of till where whatever haste part of the story, fully route mapping she's doing. Okay, she waits, she comes out with the kids and everything. She sees how long it takes for her to reach her car. She sees how long it takes for her to get out of the parking lot because the school buses have to leave first.
Yeah.
Okay, then she on the way she grabs a snack.
But don't you
because-
feel, just a question, from 1998
Exactly. I was
to
thinking the same
2015,
thing.
how
Same
much
thing.
changes would have been?
Road have been changed.
Yeah.
The number of vehicles
Like
have
the
been
way
changed.
when
It's a
he
county,
said
so it's a small town also.
Yeah,
so
that
probably
one
traffic
thing.
wise-
Small
But-
town, yes, but the roads would be changed. That time roads are much
Okay,
different.
probably-
Number of cars, the
See,
traffic would
She
be different.
apparently took the same way, same everything.
Yeah,
she
but
did.
the number of cars and the traffic would
Okay,
be different.
let's assume that she came to the perfect point. Like probably there were no changes. Probably she got the exact route. So what was it?
She got the exact route. She even stopped for a snack because he would normally stop for a snack.
Okay.
And then she went to the supermarket, the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
and everything. She also waited in the car enough time, how much it would take normally to strangle. And then for him to call Jay.
Got
Okay. And apparently she did all of this in 22 minutes.
But even if he strangled where? In a parking lot in a daylight and no one has observed it?
So when she told this to Adnan that yeah, I did this in and around 21 minutes, we did it in 22 minutes, okay. Then Adnan was like, if you have done it, yeah, it's possible, but I don't know what to say. I do believe you that you did it in 22 minutes, but I don't know what to tell for this.
But that time, did he tell that he has an alibi because one of the
Asia.
Nobody
Asia
looked
had-
into it after that.
Even no, when this when this podcast went and spoke to him, he could have told that to her. No,
But 15
So,
years
but
old
after
record.
that, he would have told that, okay. He would have told that, okay. But then if they would have looked into it in 2014 also, these cameras which were there in CCTV cameras which were there in the 90s, so this would record for a few days, and then after the use of that footage
Yeah,
is done, it would rewrite on the same.
Even
Yes.
right now,
So
whatever
there is no
he
point
is,
of
CCTV
getting
3 months and it's wiped.
no.
The
My
data
question
is
is,
no-
till now, till the day he was convicted, or when until his sentence was done, right? Everything was a word of mouth.
yeah,
Correct.
that's the
And
question.
now, even when he has an alibi with a word of mouth, no one is ready to believe him.
In 2014, if she also came out, Asia also came out and told publicly on an interview that yeah, I spoke to him and all this.
I asked him about his breakup with Hay. She was dating someone else, but that he just wanted her to be happy. He didn't seem to be disturbed or angry with her.
But now they don't have any proof for that, no, because that CCTV footage is wiped out. So then, after that investigation, that 22 minutes, whatever she did, she also remembered that how Jay told that Adnan called him from that parking lot's phone booth. Okay.
Mhm.
So then she looked around for a phone booth over there. There was no phone booth over there in that Best Buy's parking lot. Okay. in that
Also, this
supermarket.
in Jay's story, he says with that
He
red
says,
glove, he calls
red
them.
gloves,
Yeah,
he
red
calls. Okay. So she's in the same supermarket, and there's no
This is
payphone outside.
in the 2014.
This is in 2014. Okay.
See, that's what I'm
Wait.
saying. Like, probably there would have been changes.
Listen. Okay. So then she also thought the same thing. Probably it's gone.
Removed it
removed,
or
okay?
something.
So she goes inside the Best Buy thing. She finds workers who have been working there from 1990s, 1980s.
Oh,
Okay, there were workers
Got
over there
it.
who have been working from that long. She spoke to them,
Hmm.
and even they don't have any memory of any phone booth or payphone being outside there. And then she pulls out the blueprints of the Best Buy.
Hmm.
There's no sign of any phone line, phone booth in that
what were the
blueprint.
cops doing, bro?
But if these investigations would have happened then,
Yeah.
apparently, probably the story would have been something different.
Bro, imagine a podcast person going and doing all this.
She also
and the
reached
cops
out to
never
the
did.
phone lines, phone people
Huh?
who are giving services to the
Uh-huh.
Best Buy over there. Even they don't have any line connecting to a phone booth outside.
Bro, how? Bro, this Jay has put some crazy
Great,
stories,
yeah.
and the cops were pretty dumb. I don't know, that county cops
I
were
think
pretty dumb.
that some cases in I think multiple series also that we see just to close the case
Yeah,
because there is good amount of eyes on it. They just want to close the case as soon as possible so that public outrage
Yeah,
is
see,
not there.
true, that is true, okay. But then this was not like a case that is some outsider has come, he's murdered multiple people. So this is when usually they want to close the case, they don't want people to freak out. Here this was randomly.
Yeah.
Students just happened. Why would they want to
no,
close this
you should
case?
see one
So-
more thing. The school was very a famous school.
Oh yeah,
also,
yeah, yeah.
Right. So
But
even
it was
because
we wouldn't call it a famous school. It was a magnet school, but there are many magnet schools there.
Yeah. Like how IIT.
because I was thinking in one more angle after all this, like
Hmm.
there are times even the school management tries to cover it up because their
See, if
reputation goes off.
yeah, that is true. But if the killing was happened in the school, or if the body was found in the school, if they are involved, then this I can understand.
The students.
But this happened on the
Yeah,
parking
this
lot, and the
didn't
body was found
happen
somewhere else.
anywhere in and around the school vicinity. You know.
Oh yeah, they won't do that because it's their own
If it would
student
have
who's
happened-
gonna go back again. It's
Yeah.
So wait, did this Adnan guy come out, or is he still on?
I'll come to that now.
Okay.
So until 2019,
Huh?
he was arrested. He was inside. 2019, they reopened the case.
Okay.
They asked to reopen the case. to the court.
So it was a new judge or something.
No, new lawyer. The family asked to reopen
Okay,
the
the family
case.
wanted it.
Yeah, but at this time, so they got different lawyers. They asked for reappeal.
Okay.
Court rejected that appeal. 2023, 2022, they asked Supreme Court again.
Okay.
They rejected that also. Then again in 2023, they reopened the case. The Beltmore court reopened the case, and the judge there let him go also. So in 2023,
So they let Adnan go.
they let Adnan go.
So he was released.
He was released in 2023. Okay, he got himself a job in one of the schools, or the prison department, like which
Through
helps the
the-
schools with the police.
Yeah, I got it.
stuff
I
and all
understood.
that. So that he got one job and he was working for a couple of months.
So he was convicted in the year 2000.
2000.
24 years.
of
20.
his life.
23 years.
So when he came out, he was
See,
around
even if he
41.
convicted and then there is a full-fledged proof, I understand he's jail.
Yeah.
Bro, all this cool guy, bro.
Okay. He worked for a couple of months, but then he was called in again, and they told no, this was wrong decision from
The court called him back after he
Yeah.
was released.
Yeah, and then he was again arrested for the same crime in the same case.
So, like, once it is reopened
Huh.
and the judge, whoever
Huh.
told him you're free,
Uh,
so the case is closed, right? That is when they break
can
that.
still reopen until they mention in the case saying that this
It's
is the
closed.
final thing.
Final verdict.
They can still give him bail.
So
and
this guy
still
was
keep
on
the
bail
case
or
open.
something out.
Yeah, something like that, I believe.
Okay.
Probably a bail and then.
Probably even the
something like
job was under the police custody, you were saying. So probably a bail under.
Not under police custody. He was working in a school like a counselor for these kids who were in juvenile.
Yeah,
and stuff
usually,
like that.
these prisoners get to
They
do
help-
those kind
Get to help them.
to get good behavior things. So
Just to show as themselves as an example, not to go in the
Karthik's
same.
movie is there now.
Yeah.
So like that, okay. Now after a few months in 2023, he was called back again for the same case. He got arrested again.
He was only out
He
for
saw
few months.
he saw freedom, but again he got in, okay. And then finally, 25th of Feb, 2025, the case reopened again. Same judge, same court, but this time the court ruled in his favor. The judge told that whatever sentence you have completed till now, this will be considered as your final sentence. You don't have to serve any more sentence. And he was let go on the verdict that this case can't be reopened again.
So what's his age? Probably
He is about 44.
18 he went.
the
inside.
actual part of life he's missed.
Which
Yeah.
if I show you his photos now and if I show you his photos when he was arrested,
He was an athlete, bro. He'll definitely have
a
that physique.
teenager when he got arrested, he's come out at 43.
So wait,
44.
what was his age when he got arrested?
18.
18, 19.
Oh, the main part of life he's
Yeah.
Which
And
I believe that the cops, in this case, the cops didn't do their work
Yeah,
properly.
cops were incompetent.
Definitely.
Bro.
The lawyers didn't do their
Cops
work
were
properly.
incompetent, bro. Not only lawyer, cops were too incompetent.
But I think this Jay cooking up this story,
Yeah,
there is some other.
What
there's
is,
some-
what is you guys' theory? Who did
Jay
it?
and Jay and Jan.
I don't know exactly, bro.
Because
There are
Jan-
a lot of suspects.
Jan,
There are a lot
Jan,
of.
for me, I strongly believe that Jan is the one who called
Uh,
the police to
the second the
like
call.
check on Adnan's this thing. Then after that is where Jay comes up with this shit. Because maybe once after she call and told, maybe they both got to know that police is not investigating enough.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's just a random person calling.
Yeah.
So that's when they thought that okay, someone has to step up and tell that they went. That's when Jay must have come up.
But probably I feel like the voice was a lady's voice. It could be Don's mom also because she was the one who was alibi for Don saying that at this period, at that particular period,
Yeah, but
this
I was
was-
thinking why how is
because
But
definitely
we can't go
bro,
with that.
Jay, no.
We can't go with that because this also I read it in a comment. This was not part of the main story. This is like a comment.
okay, this
which,
Don thing, okay, fine.
Don's
Then
mother's
probably
alibi.
no.
Yeah, because
Then-
so even if Don's mother, why will Don's mother do? Because Jay is the one who's going and showing the
No, to
body.
protect her son. No.
protect her.
Yeah, but why is Jay coming up and telling about it? Like Don has done it. How is Jay connected to it?
No. I'm not saying Don had killed. I'm saying like just to push the case away
Away from
from
the
Don,
guy.
and probably Don never liked this guy Adnan, and he would have his mom would have helped him saying that I'll just call and say like point out onto the, and they are
And when
white.
she started dating Dawn, also her friends were also very skeptical
Skeptical,
about
Dawn.
that, how she moved on so quickly from Adnan, and they were also skeptical about Adnan a bit because he's older also and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then the way even her journal, what you said, like it was all Adnan all over, and then it all of a sudden the page
Suddenly
starts with
changed to Dawn.
Don.
It can be, I don't know, it can be Adnan also because that 21 minutes.
Yeah, what was his verdict? End of it, like even in 2025 when they
Until
asked,
now, also he told that yes, he met Jay that day.
Okay.
In the morning he picked him up. That was for his girlfriend's birthday gift. They went to the mall for that birthday gift. No such discussion about murder happened in
That birthday gift happened at night, not in the morning.
No, they went to buy the birthday gift
At 2:15.
at 10:45 after he picked him up
okay.
at the mall, and that's where he told that he's gonna murder.
Okay.
This is
One
what Adnan's story is.
Okay.
one more doubt from the parking lot. So, if a library has CCTV, why wouldn't a parking lot? And that was a high scholar school. You're saying like little high professional like IIT or any
Also,
IIM.
but then we can't because it was 1998 also. Then
Maybe
Yeah,
only
probably.
inside.
But I'm just saying like if a library had, and why didn't the cops? Probably if that was proven, like that the CCTV and Adnan was not part of this. Probably the whole story was
would have been
different.
Yeah.
Lot of things.
For me, according
But
to
then
me,
because of those
Jay and
21
Jan,
minutes is why the people are still speculating on Adnan also.
Yeah.
But until this point also, till today also, he tells that he didn't kill her.
Jay and Jan, bro. Jay and Jan. Jay and Jan.
Whoever did it,
Guys,
Jay
we'll
and
keep
Jan.
discussing this and we won't come to a conclusion
we'll buy the book and we'll read once.
on what has happened. There are series of episodes on HBO and on this podcast called series. You can watch those out for very even more detailed information on this case. If you guys want to go deeper inside this, I've just told a story briefly, whatever I remember.
Or
And
if
you guys can put down in comments
your theories.
of what could have happened.
Yeah. We'll pin the most best theory
Best
in our
theory
comment.
will pin on our comment. I'll try to put down the links of all the information available for public outside on the internet. With that, we'll see you guys again in the next one. Boy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
कोई ऐसा चलो
Wait.